Welcome to the Gazel one more time. This is the agenda that we're going to pursue. We'll start with welcoming you and doing an introduction to the Gazel, which is an opening remark, which I've already done. Then we'll look at faithful stewardship in the digital age. We will explore how modern technology supports financial stewardships and principles. We'll also look into understanding what the Gazel is, right? Detailed explanation of the Gazel features. Then we'll do a live demo, financial journey of a guy called Lucas and the wife called Lucy, right? We'll use that as a persona to be able to do a demo, okay? So for the sake of time, because I really want us to spend time on the demo, which is what you really need, I'll speed up this presentation before we get to the demo. The demo might take a little bit of time, right? So let's get started. Faithful stewardship in the digital age, using the Gazel to honor God with your finances. We always want to honor God with our finances. So we live in a time where technology shapes almost every aspect of our daily lives. That includes how we communicate, how we shop, how we work, and now how we manage our finances. For believers, one truth remains the same, no matter the age. God has called us to be faithful stewards of everything that he entrusts us with. And we can look at the scripture in 1 Corinthians 4:2 that says, moreover, it is required that in stewards that a man be found faithful. So faithfulness in stewardship is not just about avoiding waste, it's about actively managing resources in a way that aligns with God's will. Today in the digital age, we have tools like the Gazel that can help us fulfill this calling with diligence, precision, and transparency. So what's stewardship? Biblical stewardship goes beyond money. It includes our time, skills, opportunities, and influence. However, managing finances is a central part of it. In Proverbs 27:23, it says, be thou diligent to know the state of thy flocks and look well to thy herds, right? So in ancient times, what was their finances were flocks and herds. That's what represented their world. But today, we have our salaries, we have our business incomes, we have our savings, we have our investments. So being diligent means knowing what we have, where it is, how it's being used, and how it can be multiplied for God's glory. That's what stewardship is all about. So in the digital world, what are the challenges and what are the opportunities? So while the modern era offers convenience, it also brings challenges for financial stewardship. We have multiple income streams, complex tax systems, a flood of financial information coming our ways, the temptation of impulsive spending, right? You go to a store, you find a fine dress or a fine shirt, you want to buy it impulsively, you did not budget for it, but you really want to buy it. You see a friend drives a car, that's the kind of car that I need. Without even thinking about it, you have taken loan to buy a car that you did not budget for. So this is why believers must pair biblical principles with modern tools. The Gazel bridges this gap, making it easier to apply the wisdom of God's word to daily financial decisions. So how the Gazel supports faithful stewardship, right? That's what we're going to talk about now. Planning before building. The book of Luke 14:28 says, for which of you, intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first and counted the cost? So what the Gazel does, one of the features that the Gazel does, it gives you ability to budget and do a financial forecast. So there's a tool there that will help you do that planning. The impact is it will help you plan ahead for personal, business, and ministry expenses, avoiding unwise commitments and unnecessary debt. Another way is gathering the fragments, okay? The scripture says, gather up the fragments that remain, that nothing be lost. That's John 6:12. So how does the Gazel help you to fulfill the scripture? We have an AI-powered tax deduction suggestion. The impact is that it ensures you don't miss legitimate savings opportunities. You maximize the resources that God has entrusted in you. Another way is diligence in record keeping. The scripture in Proverbs 27:23 says, be thou diligent to know the state of thy flocks. How does the Gazel help? Your income and expense tracking, receipt scanning, and mileage logging. So we have a feature in the Gazel that will help you do that. The impact is that it helps you keep you financially aware at all the times, what you have and what you don't have. and it empowers you to make better decisions. Living debt-free. Who doesn't want to live debt-free, right? The borrower is a servant to the lender. That's Proverbs 22:7. The feature that we have in the Gazel is the cash flow analysis and spending insight that gives you an insight into how your spending is, and it gives you a cash flow analysis of your cash. What's the impact of that? It supports wise spending habit, helping you reduce dependency on debt and life in financial freedom. Integrity in compliance. The scripture says, providing for honest things, not only in the sight of the Lord, but also in the sight of men. 2 Corinthians 8:21. How does the Gazel help? Audit-ready tax and financial reports. It helps maintain honesty and transparency in your personal, business, and ministry finances. Why does this matter to believers? Why does this matter to believers? Right. Faithfulness stewardship is a form of worship. Every financial choice is an opportunity to honor or dishonor God. In the parable of the talents, that's in Matthew 25:14-30, the master rewarded the servants who multiplied what they were given. It says, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. That is Matthew 25:21. So when you use wisdom, supported by modern tools like the Gazel, to grow and manage resources, we position ourselves for God's approvals and blessings. All right, this is an example. I'm using this example not because I know that Warren Buffett had, I don't even know if he's a Christian, but Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors in the world, is widely known not just for his wealth, but for his prudent lifestyle and discipline. He is very disciplined financially. So despite having a net worth of over $100 billion, Buffett still lives in the same modest house he purchased in 1958 for $31,500. And I also heard that he's still driving the pickup truck that he had a long time ago, right? That was then, probably has changed his cars now, but he was still driving the same pickup truck, right? His approach to money reflects key biblical principles of stewardship, living below one's means, right? The idea is not that you should live for one house for 50 or 100 years. That's not the idea. The idea is not for you to drive one car that is broken and you keep fixing and you keep fixing. That's not the idea. The idea is living below one's means, making wise investments, and focusing on long-term growth rather than instant gratification. Like the faithful steward in Luke 16:10, he that is faithful in that which is least is faithful also in much. Buffett demonstrates that success is not only about acquiring wealth, but about managing it wisely and purposefully. That one thing I usually say is that sometimes it's not even the amount of money that you make, is how you use your money, how you constructively plan to use that money. That is what matters. Sometimes the money that we make, we spend them frivolously in things that we don't even need, right? But putting wisdom into managing that little that God gives you can help you maximize whatever God has given you. So while Warren Buffett may not frame his philosophy in explicitly biblical terms, his habit aligns with God's wisdom on avoiding waste, being diligent, and focusing on sustainable growth. For believers, the takeaway is clear. Faithful stewardship, coupled with wise decision-making, can lead to lasting impact and stability. The conclusion on this section is this: stewardship in the digital age requires biblical wisdom and practical tools. The Gazel enables believers to manage finances with diligence, integrity, foresight, helping us fulfill God's call to be faithful stewards. As the Bible says, commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established. That's in Proverbs 16:3. So by committing our financial management to the Lord and using tools that enhance our ability to plan, track, and maximize our resources, we can live with stability, be a blessing to others, and advance the kingdom of God. So let's get to the next segment. What is the Gazel, right? I would quickly show you the features of a Gazel on this segment so that we can get into the demo. Okay. The Gazel is a comprehensive AI-driven financial and tax management platform, right? You can use it for intelligent transaction, real-time financial insight, smart deduction discovery, compliance automation, and it has a multi-language support, right? Yeah, multi-language support. So different languages is supported by the platform. There are some core features that I just want to run through really quickly. We'll see all these features when we start the demo, right? It has a comprehensive financial management suite, transaction management, intelligence reporting, AI-powered insights, transaction management, effortlessly financial transaction handling. It has automated processing, instant transaction categorization with an AI, duplicate detection and mesh capabilities, receipt scanning with OCR technology is embedded into this platform. Then smart organization, custom category roles and automation, bulk transaction editing and management, real-time balance synchronization. All these big terms, you will see it when we start the demo, but these are all incorporated into this platform. Deduction, right? You can maximize your taxes. It has an AI-powered deduction. There are some categories of the categorization. There's some categories that you have to select that AI tool would automatically help you identify in your deductions, including business expenses, travel, professional services, home office, medical, and charitable contributions. AI would automatically seek some of the deductions that you don't even know about and will save you money. Report and analytics, that's another thing. It has dynamic reporting, visual analytics, export options, so you can do your monthly, quarterly, or annual financial reports, profit and loss statements, tax liability projections, category-wise expense breakdown. You can interact. It has chat that you can interact with and visuals that can help you as well. You can export your report as a PDF or a CSV format. All that is incorporated into this platform. It also has a calendar. So when someone asks me, why do you have a calendar in a financial tool? So the reason we have a calendar is there's some deadlines that you have to meet. Sometimes those that have small businesses, you don't even remember when to do your taxes, file your taxes quarterly and all that. So what happens is it has a push system whereby it would quarterly, it will send you, because you have a calendar there, the calendar is marked, it will send you an alert to do your taxes, right? You can go in there and set up timelines, milestones, when you want to look at your finances. You can schedule a tax deadline reminder, quarterly payment notifications, document submissions alert, custom milestone tracking. For example, in January, you can do, you can create something to receive tax documents, annual filing deadlines, quarterly payments in September, on December, also quarterly end of year planning as well. So you can organize your life with this calendar inbuilt into the platform to send you reminders, right? Most of us don't really actively or proactively look at our finances on a monthly basis. Take a look at your finances. And because you have aggregated all your finances into one platform, right? Look at your books, everything is in there. You can take a look at the chart. How did I do this month? How did I do the other month? And you can set an alert to remind you to check your finances on a monthly basis or bi-weekly basis, however you want to set it up. So that's why the calendar feature is there. So budgeting and finances and forecasting, right? In the beginning of the year, I know in the church, I think last year, previous year, the pastor encouraged everyone to create a budget, right? So this is a tool that can help you create that budget. You can do your budget. Has a forecasting tool, and the benefit is it improves your financial discipline, proactive tax planning, better cash flow management, informed decision making, because you can take a look at your budget and focus. And if you want to buy a new car, you can say, I have money to do that this year, or I don't have money yet. I can plan it for the next. So it allows you to organize your life financially. This is an example of a planning and budgeting tool. You also have charts, financial charts that would show you your finances and your cash flow. You also have some advanced solutions for professionals. AI tax consultation. It has AI tax consultation. I'll show you the demo. Custom report, that you can build a custom report. If you want to send it to a corporate wall or you want to send it to your tax person, you can build that custom report. You can export this data too. It has an export tool. Priority support. We have dedicated channel that can also support if you need a live person to support you. You can also do tax strategy. It has a feature, a tool that you can strategize on your taxes. What are the benefits? Enhanced client service capability, advanced compliance management. So you can stay compliant with your tax regulations and whatever tax laws are out there. Yeah. So it also has top-notch security level. So when you put your data in there, don't worry, I cannot see your data. your data is encrypted end to end. It also meets all the infrastructure that we use is SOC2 Type 2 certified, right? If you're building a fintech platform, you are required by law to be able to meet that standard, right? We have security audit, regular monitoring to make sure that there's no fraud. So we have zero trust architecture implemented. Then it is GDPR compliance, which is a compliance standard in UK. It's also CCPA privacy compliance. Your data cannot be breached. Financial industry regulation adherence, audit trail maintenance, data retention policy, all that is implemented on this platform. Okay, so your journey to taking your first step to get into the Gazel, we have a 4-step process. You have to create an account, right? When you create an account, you can sign in, it'll give you an email, either to use your email. We don't have Google and Facebook, rather we use SMS phone. I didn't want to use the Google and Facebook, it costs a little bit of money. So you can sign up with your phone, with your SMS phone, or you can sign up using your email. It would automatically send you a verification to your email or your phone. Then you can accept that, then you can come in and sign in, right? Then you can choose your subscriptions. I'll show you the subscription. Part of the subscription is free. If you don't want to pay for a monthly subscription, you can use it for free as well. Then connect your transaction. I had a feature to actually connect your bank account, but it takes too long for your bank account to connect. It doesn't work really good. But alternatively, you can upload your banking statement automatically. If you're using it on your phone, you can just scan a receipt or scan your document, and you automatically convert it, and AI will convert it. AI tool in there behind the scene will convert your data and put it wherever you want to put it, in income or expense. You can customize your preferences. Then you start managing your finances using the Gazel. So if you want to try it, you can scan this code right now, QR code right now on your phone, and you will have the Gazel. Or you can go to thegazel.com. You'll have the same thing. You can sign in. We're going to transition to the demo. So if you want to follow along with the demo, or you can watch what I'm doing as well, I'll give a few seconds for whoever wants to scan the QR code and follow along. So this is the Gazel. Okay, I also want to introduce my very good friend, my consultant. His name is Chaka Amadi. I work with him. He's a consultant. If you need any help when it comes to finances, financial analysis, IRS representation, business consulting, financial statement, tax preparation, if you run into any issues in finance and accounting on the platform, you need someone to talk to. I am not a tax expert. I'm not a finance expert. Chaka in CKA Consulting Group would help you. I think he is on this platform. Let me see. He's probably not here. Yeah, he's on board. Chaka, are you there?
Yes, I am. Thank you, Dr. Ito. Glad to be here. So not to interrupt the whole process. Thank you very much for the introduction. And you got a wonderful stuff here, and I'm just going to continue to listen.
All right. Thank you, Chaka.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll transition into the demo. In the demo, we're going to meet two personas. One is Mr. Lucas, and the other one is Ms. Lucy. The Gazel's perfect users. The Gazel is designed for modern professionals with multiple income streams and complex financial lives. So let's meet the users, Lucas and Lucy, a couple juggling steady jobs with side hustles, personal expenses with business costs, and shared financial goals. So let me introduce our two personas. Lucas is the telecom professional and a freelance gig squad owner. His freelance gig job is called Gig Squad Owner. So his profile is a 35-year-old network engineer at a telecom company who runs a small free IT support and gadget repair service called Gig Squad Solutions. The income stream: steady monthly salary from telecom job, variable freelance income from computer repairs, home networking setups, and small business IT support. It has some challenges: tracking irregular freelance payment alongside fixed salary, separating business expenses from personal expenses, identifying tax deductions, home office, mileage, equipment, right? So consolidate tracking of salary and freelance. Those are some of the goals that he wants. Another goal that he wants to achieve with the Gazel is to maximize deductions from freelance expenses to reduce tax liability. Another goal that he wants to achieve with the Gazel is to gain real-time insights into freelance performance compared to salary job. And the Gazel can help him accomplish this. Let's look at another persona, Lucy and their shared financial journey. Lucy is a teacher, 35-year-old high school teacher, English literature and history, who occasionally tutors students after school and during summer breaks. Financial challenges: managing out-of-pocket classroom purchases, tracking inconsistent tutoring income, balancing shared expenses while budgeting for professional development. So Lucas and Lucy together, they're married for 5 years, saving for a house and family with multiple income sources and shared financial goals. The Gazel solution: consolidate all accounts, cash entries, and invoices, automatically categorize expenses, suggest tax deductions for both careers, provides unified financial dashboard, replaces spreadsheet with transparency and peace of mind. So that's what the Gazel solution has for the challenges that Lucy and Lucas have. And we're going to see how we'll use Gazel to accomplish that. So I'm going to transition now to a live application, which is called the Gazel. Okay. So this is the Gazel. This is the landing page for the Gazel. If you're looking at the Gazel on your phone, it has a gallery, so you have to scroll down to see this gallery to give you a little bit insight into what the Gazel would do, which is a dashboard overview, transaction management, deduction, discovery. Those are some of the things that you will see. Then it lists some of the features that are available. Then you can go to get started, right? And to first sign up, you have to click on sign up, right? And enter your username and password. It will send you an email verification. Go to your email and click the verification, and you'll be verified. Once you're done with that, you can come back here and go to login. In your login, enter your username and your password, and you just click login, and it will take you straight to your dashboard. Okay, this is your dashboard. This is what it looks like. You have the menu on this side, right? We'll explore these menu items one by one, and it has if you want to look at it in a different language, you can select a different language. For example, Spanish, French, Dutch, right? You can change it to any language that you want to. Also, if you are in Nigeria and you want to look at your money in Naira, this money is really large, so conversion is going to make this really bad, okay? When it comes to exchange rate. If you're in Spain, we'll change it to Euro. If you're in Germany, it's the same Euro. If you're in United Kingdom, you change it to pounds. If you're in Japan, you would change it to, is it yen, they call it? If you are in Nigeria, it goes out of bounds, right? And if you're in Mexico, it's the same thing. It's a lot of, yes, South Africa. And if you're in Ghana, right? So it has, you can change your currency, you can use it it's a global tool. In other words, you can use it anywhere in the world. And if there's any language that you need to be incorporated with this, you can give suggestions and we can incorporate it in as well. All right, now let's explore the Gazel and see how we can resolve Lucas and Lucy's problem solution using the Gazel. So this is the dashboard. First, the dashboard shows you the total income, total expense, estimate liability, and your potential deductions, right? It has a current year summary here for you, total income, your total expenses, and it also shows you a net income, right? Like I said, it's a simple application for your day-to-day management of your finances. It's not for corporate expensive use. It's for everyday need that you need. And here you have your quick actions that you can just do. View transaction, you want to view transaction, manage deductible. We'll look through all that in on this menu. Okay. We'll come back to the calendar, but let's look at the transaction real quick. So this is the magic. The magic is this: for you to upload your transaction, you can do it in various ways. If you are a small business and you're buying gas, maybe you're doing a ride share, and you're driving Uber, you have receipt here and there, and keeping track of your receipts is really hard. You can just, on your phone, you can scan your receipt here with your phone, and it would get your income or expenses and be recorded in either expenses, or if it's an income, you can do that. So you can scan your receipts, right? You can also add your expenses and your income manually, right? You can do the manually, add them, put the description, what it is. and put that manually, right? So that's manual way of doing it, right? If you really want to say, I don't want to go to the manual way, let's just delete all the transactions that we have right now. You have the ability to do that. All that transaction is gone that are listed. And you have your bank account. Now, the feature that I added that I've taken out right now is you can connect your bank account directly in here. But like I said, it takes too long to connect. There's something missing that I'm still troubleshooting. I would add that feature later on when I perfect on it. But what you have right now, you can take your bank statement. For example, Lucy has a bank statement. It's in PDF format, right? You can choose that bank statement, right? Let's see, where is Lucy's bank statement here? This is Lucas. Let's do Lucas first, right? This Lucas bank statement, you can upload that bank statement into your Gazel, right? It's uploading right now. So it also has on the background, it's uploading. While it's uploading, it also has an AI feature that classifies this statement. Once it's imported, it's going to classify it into income and expense for you automatically. That way, you don't need to do anything manual. Once you have that, click preview, right? Once you have that, it will preview this for you, right? So you have a preview here of your income and expense, right? So if this is the preview, then you can import the transaction, right? It's importing the transaction now automatically, right? With the AI-powered engine behind it, it's separating your income and expenses. So Lucas is able to separate his income and expenses. And once he's done, we'll take a look at it, how it separates both for you. So it takes all your information from your bank statement, convert it. Now you can check all the incomes are here, yeah, and all the expenses are here. It separates both of them, right? Now, while it has separated that, now you have your total income for, if you have a statement for your entire year, it would do that for you. This is Lucas 2024 bank statement. Let's do another one for Lucy. Lucy also has a bank statement, a PDF bank statement. Let's see, this is Lucy's bank statement, okay? We can also incorporate Lucy's bank statement in here. It takes a few seconds or a few minutes, and that will be uploaded. Okay, we've uploaded Lucy's, right? Now, we can import that transaction now. It takes a few minutes to import all that transaction. The AI tool behind the scene would separate both income and expenses and put them separately. So you can have your income and your expenses. The descriptions are also there. Okay. All right. Once we do that, we'll look at what the deduction looks like. Okay, now you have both Lucy and Lucas' income statement in here. You can come into the look at the deductibles. So these are deductions. The current deductions that you have from your small business that you have is current deduction is $39,000. AI suggested deductions. So AI will do a suggested deduction for you. There are some deductions you've not taken, and AI knows it, that you should take that, right? And these are the potential savings that you make because AI has made that suggestion for you. Some of the deductions you do not know about it because of laws changes here and there, but AI keep track of all the laws within your country, or what the laws are on all the deductions that you're supposed to take on a yearly basis, right? So it does that for you and give you additionals. So this family, Lucas and Lucy, would have missed out on $4,862 they should have taken on deductions. But AI has helped you identify those as well, okay? So you've taken a look at your deductions. So you see the total deduction here, your travel categorization, your business expenses are here. You can see all that. You can export this to your as a CSV file. And you can also look at the AI suggestions right here. You can scan the transaction to see the AI suggestions, and boom, you see AI has suggested $4,863 here. You can add this to your deductions, okay? Now, once you add it, it's added to your total deduction, okay? That's an AI power tool, right? Okay, let's take a look at another feature real quick. I think we still have some time. Budgeting, right? Now, at the end of the year, at the beginning of the year, you want to do your budgeting, right? You can put in Puget Sound, Energy, Comcast, City of Bonnie, Sewage. These are some of the ones that I put in that I have, right? You put all this, these are your budget on a monthly basis, and it will track your spend and you reminder. So if you put your budget, do your budget, I'll be spending this, but you end up spending less or more, right? It will give you the difference and it will tell you the variance as well. And you can also do a little bit of forecasting. I'll show you. You can also do a little bit of forecasting as well. That will show you your income and your expenses. In this case, the expenses is more than the income, and also shows you the net savings. It has a little thing here that you can have an insight into your budget and your cash flow automatically. Okay. I'm speeding up a little bit because of time. I just want to make sure I show you all the features, that other good features that I need you to see. Now, the calendar that I wanted to show you, remember the calendar? This is where you have the calendar that you can schedule your time, the time for either your financial, you want to look up your finances, you want to file your tax. You can set up all that milestone in here, and automatically, because you have on your settings, you can set push notifications. Where is the push notification? Reminders. You can have a reminder, you can set up push notification right here, and it will send you those reminders automatically. Okay. That's calendar. Let's look at, and now we'll talk about budget. Let's look at reporting, right? This is another important part of it. Your financial summary, this is for 2025. You can customize your reporting, and you can actually get a monthly income report. I'll show you how to build your custom report right here, which is this feature, which you can build your custom report, and you run, for example, you can view the report, you can run the report and view it. But we'll come to that. Let's approach it. But this will show you your total income, total expense once you build this report. Okay, and you can print it either as PDF or CSV. Okay. Mileage tracking. There are some people that are driving for a living or as a gig job. You can track your mileage, right? Your mileage, you can also use have deductions from your mileage, and this would help you do that. There's a situation, there are some people that are using Mile IQ. If you're using Mile IQ to track your mileage, you can also get your Mile IQ. This is an app to get Mile IQ that will track your mileage. If you have that, you can also integrate that Mile IQ, right? This is live tracking for this. This is the trip manager. This is the report. This is the settings that you also have. You can add your Mile IQ tracking into the Gazel, plug it in, and it would also do the bring out the deductions that you're supposed to take from your taxes. Notes. People, I know there's going to be a question, is how much does the Gazel cost, right? There's a basic analysis plan that if you're using basic analysis, is free. It's free for everyone. I want to encourage us. Some of us did not have any financial education when growing up, so nobody taught us how to use any financial tool or take care of our finances. For the next generation of your children, I'll really suggest that if they're any money or you've given them any kind of money, they start now to inculcate the habit of looking at their finances, planning their finances, making sure that things look right. So there's a basic analysis, which is free trial. It's for 14 days. After the 14 days, you keep using it. It's not going to go away on you, right? But you can also jump into the startup plan, which is $4.99, right? Comparatively, the startup plan for you want to use a tool like QuickBooks is $35 a month, right? Subscription fee. But this start at $4.99 per month is just a giveaway. If you think about the infrastructure cost, even to deploy and launch this, $4.99 wouldn't even cut it, right? So if you think of that, and I understand why QuickBooks is charging that much, it costs a whole lot to develop an application like this, and the infrastructure to host it, it's expensive as well. But this is a giveaway from me to you. If you want to enjoy other professional plans, it goes to about $9.99 a month. The enterprise plan as well, I'll show you some of the features here that you will need to pay $14.99 per month for it. But I encourage everyone, even if you don't want to pay $4.99, try to use the free plan. It will help you a whole lot. I'll encourage you to do that. Okay, let's take a look at, and also have a knowledge base right here. If you really want to get deep to understand how these features are used, there's a knowledge base here that will tell you exactly how these plans work, right? Step-by-step process and how to use the features. I think I also have a comparison here. I have an article here comparing the Gazel with QuickBooks. QuickBooks doesn't have AI-powered deduction discovery, but we do. It doesn't have free detection. It has the basic one. We have AI bill fraud detection. Real-time tax optimization, it doesn't have it. It's a manual. We have a year-round. Payroll, we don't have payroll. We don't have inventory, but QuickBooks has it. Simple learning curve. This one has a very steep cost. The last time I checked, QuickBooks was $35 per month, but this starts at $4.99. It's actually start at $0. Gazel start at $0 per month. You can use the free one. Your data will still be there if you need it. right? So, but you want to use QuickBooks, maybe you're doing payroll management and inventory management. Those are the advantages that QuickBooks has that we don't have. If you need something like that, you can use QuickBooks to do that. So these are some articles that we also have. You are welcome to take a look at the knowledge base and you see some of those articles. And we also have a blog. For this presentation, I created an article. There's an article here that you can read. It has the first part of the presentation, Faithful Stewardship in Digital Age. I have a presentation here. I have a blog here that you can also read about that. I'll write other blogs as time goes on. The settings has a whole lot of features right here. It has a subscription. It gives a notification. You can enable, you toggle this and it will enable push notifications. It has reminders here that you can, once you set this, it will send you reminders on your finances. We can talk about privacy settings as well. So these are privacy settings. It's required if you're building a fintech platform. If you want to totally delete your account, right away, you don't want anyone to have access to your account, which I don't, right? You can just click this and it will delete all your account, all the information that you have, everything wiped clean, right? It is required in financial tool that you have that. So this meets the financial requirement, the requirements for the US. We have compliance settings here, have all the disclaimers here, tax calculation. There's a lot of that you can look through to make sure your confidence using this and putting your data on here, right? Security and auditing. So read through all this and you'll see it will give you additional layer of confidence on why you should use the Gazel, because we've taken every financial regulations and adherence that are required, we've put them in here, okay? Tax estimate is another thing that I want to show you. Lucy and Lucas probably would need something like this to see the taxes, the withholdings, the estimated payments, and other payments. This is not a financial or a tax building application. If you need, it gives you an idea of what your taxes would be. I would recommend you take the recommendation and give it to your CPA or anyone that's preparing a tool. Is you cannot prepare your taxes on this tool. We need a license to be able to prepare. If you need to prepare, we need a license, but we don't have that license for you to prepare your taxes on this platform. So this is not a tax preparation platform. It's an educational platform that helps you understand your finances and also what your taxes are going to be looking like. So you can do a tax estimate right now just to see how much, with the information that we entered. You can see the withholdings will be about $8,000. Estimated payments will be about 30,000, and other payments will be about 1,000. You can take this information and give it to your CPA. If you're married, for businesses, it has other requirements for businesses. Your Social Security and Medicare also has to be accounted for. Let me see. So, okay, it has tax liability, your Social Security taxes, Medicare, and self-employment taxes are all accounted for here. And effective tax rate is about 18.7%. That's what they will charge you with your small business. If you're a married couple, it's not a self-business, right? It also will give you some estimate as well. Estimated refund will be about $35,000 based on that income. Tax liability, your total payment, income. You see in here, it doesn't have Medicare and Medicaid. It takes that out. The federal tax, income, and your tax liability. It gives you the effective tax rate. It gives you all that information. Like I said, it's an educational platform. It's not where you file your taxes. Please consult. Once you have this, consult with your CPA or your tax, or you can also meet with Chaka, which is a tax expert. I think we also have another tax expert in the house as well, in the church, that you can consult with. Okay. Another feature, let me look at the time real quick. I think we still have a few more time. Before you look at your tax estimate, you can come here and do a little bit of selection. If you're going to file your tax married filing separately or jointly to look at your estimate, before you can go look at your estimate, you want to do that first, or you can just do the selection here. It doesn't matter. Okay, then some advanced feature that I want to get into before we get into QA is AI consultation, right? So this is an AI built-in consultation platform that you can ask any question that you want to about taxes, right? For example, home office. Based on my income, how much should I deduct from my home office if I am paying a mortgage of $5,000? Okay, you ask that question. All right, this is the question that we ask, right? I would, based on your $500 mortgage, did you say $500 or 5,000? Oh, okay, here are your home office deducted options. So it gives you that, it gives you the square feet, it gives you analysis of what the estimate would be, right? If you have question about business expenses, investments, retirement, right? The AI here would answer all those questions for you. There's additional features, advanced features that you can also benefit with this, right? Then another advanced feature that I can showcase is income, your report builder. I can call this report IT 2025 report. Give it a name, right? Set the time. Maybe I want to do income tracking or expense analysis, right? Give it a date range. I want to do year range. Let's take we can do a year range, or we can do last quarter. Last 30 minutes is not going to reflect because our income, that income statement was for last year. So let's see if we do year to date. Let's do year to date and see if we'll pick it up. And we want weekly. Then you want income statement, you want whatever you want, you can select whatever you want in here, right? And you can say generate report, okay? It's going to generate a report here for you, and you can run the report to see what the report is, and you can view the report here, right? It's going to give us zeros because the income that we import, that what we uploaded was for 2024, it's not 2025, so it will give you 0 here. But if it was a current year, right, you should be able to see here. And with the date range here, you can also change it to 2024, and it will capture all that information. In other words, what I'm trying to explain, that you have a custom build report here that you can make, and you have templates here that you can just run. Instead of running this manually, you can use template. This is a template that you can run, right? It creates a template here. If you come here, you should see freelance tax summary, right? If you take a view here, it will give you the summary. You can export it. There's nothing in there because we don't have the current 2025 data, right? You have template here like small business dashboard template. If you come here, we'll give you a small business dashboard. You can run that and you can view it. It'll give you a small business template. And you can export this as well, the information. So you have all those built-in template that you can use. You're not, you don't want to use them, you can create your own template as well. You have ability to export your data as well. Whatever data that you run, you can export the data here to your CPA or whoever does your taxes. These are the quick options for a PDF, CSV, Excel, and JSON. You can export them in all these different forms. And also priority support. We also have priority support here. If you make a phone call right here, you want to talk to someone, it will go to Chaka because it's a tax expert, right? Expert, you would have a number, your phone would ring and Chaka will pick up and will be able to address any tax information or a problem that you have. Live chat, if you want a live chat, there's a live chat here that you can chat, and someone with an agent, me or someone will be on the other end and answer your chat. And you can also send start a priority email. This has started here on my second screen, right? It will start a priority email. You can send an email and we'll get that email. Or you can do a live session. Oh, I didn't mean to clear that. Yeah, it's going to start a live session that I'm talking to you live, right? Right now, but let me see. I hope I didn't mess up the presentation. Yeah, it will create this and you can see this live and you can join. It's like a Zoom and you can interact with the person, right? So the platform is packed with a whole lot of features that you probably might not be able to see in any other financial sector. That is the demo. I think we did